What is all this rock and roll racket?
Is she dead?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Madagascar.
Madagascar 2!
Escape to Africa. Okay, let's get into this one. I'm so excited to talk about this one. All right.
Me too. Okay, starting off, this is a bit later on in the movie, but can I just say, I love how Nana makes another appearance in this movie. It just beats the shit out of Alex again. And the fact that not only does she beat the shit out of him again, she recognizes Alex. She's like, it's the bad kitty. I just think that's so funny.
It's the bad kitty. How do you like some of that?
I want to talk about the intro to the movie.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have a hot take here. I think that Madagascar 2 Escape from Africa has one of the best sequel intros in any movie in cinematic history.
Really?
I mean,
in
I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's pretty good.
Shut up, Sergio. I'm right. Trust me.
Oh,
So,
what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure Trump said the same thing, bro.
Are you comparing me to Trump right now?
Oh.
I'm just saying I don't think that's the kind of thing you wanted to say, Jess.
I did not. You're right. I did not mean to say that. Sorry. What were you saying, Sergio?
I was gonna say, like, I'm not sure if it's the best in my opinion, but I do see what you're saying by it being really good.
Yeah, I would agree that it is pretty awesome sauce.
Because look, I want to explain it to the people who aren't aware. So in Madagascar 2 Escape from Africa, a brief rundown of the movie is after being stuck in Madagascar for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or so, these 4 animals, they're like, hey, we got to go. So then the penguins that are there, they're like, hey, we made this plane. The plane's ready to go. Let's go. They leave.
Wait,
they fall down.
How long were they there?
I don't know. I'm guessing as long as they are in the movie, like how long it takes for the movies to come out, that's how long they are in the movie. Like how long it takes. Since they don't give us a real time frame.
But that would mean that the time between the other 2 films, that means they would be near the end of their lifespan.
So, Sergio, why would you bring up this dark shit? They're not going to mention that. See, that's why they don't tell you.
Okay. But this movie does get very dark compared to the first one.
Let me finish explaining. Shit, I'm not even done with the explanation on this movie.
I mean, they do try to self-sacrifice Melman. Even though technically it is consensual because Melman volunteered to do that. But pretty crazy.
I was saying it got dark because it shows Alex actually being kidnapped from his family, and when his dad tries to save him, he gets shot.
Oh.
See, I was gonna try to explain it. You son of a bitch. I was trying to finish explaining all of this, but you just came in and fucking swooped in like a fucking vulture you are, and come and told everyone what I was gonna say. You stole my thunder, Sergio.
You do know you can just edit me out saying it, right?
No.
Yeah, just say it again.
God, fucking asshole, Sergio.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, Sergio.
Okay.
What I was gonna say was the opening's amazing. Look, this is what we get in the intro. We find out the origin story for Alex the lion. Find out that he clearly doesn't give a shit about being vicious. He wants to have fun and have fun doing drama. That's awesome. Well, let me finish talk. I'm not done yet, Sergio. Shut up. Look, so it starts off with him in his origin story with his dad. Then we find out that he gets shot and gets stuck in a crate and gets taken to New York. Just like in the first movie, we get that point of view of him in the box in the crate, which is expanding on something we haven't seen in the original movie, but also makes it to where it has a bigger context in this movie without hindering how you feel about the last movie. Great way to open a movie. Not only that, it has a fucking banger song from will.i.am, the Traveling Song, which is awesome because it has a rendition of the song played by Hans Zimmer doing a score for it, which is awesome. I can't play you a snippet of it because YouTube will copyright the crap out of it, but it's really cool.
Okay. I think it would have been better if I actually had stopped you because that was a whole lot of stuff and I got confused halfway through.
Fine, you explain it.
You want me to explain the opening?
Yeah, explain the opening then. Go ahead. I thought I nailed it, but go ahead.
Well, it starts off with showing Alex in his youth with his father. And then during a fight between his father and Zuba, who is the enemy, who is the antagonist, he gets lured out of the reservation that his family lives on and is captured by humans. When his father finds out, he chases after him but gets shot and taken off the trail, while Alex is left in a crate going downstream and is downstream into the ocean, bringing reference to the first movie, until he's found by people in New York, which doesn't make much sense when I think about it, and is put into a zoo as the star because he loves to dance. And he'd never seen a dancing lion before. And it basically picks up with a sort of short recap from the news station of what happened in the first movie.
Okay, great. Thank you for explaining that for everyone. The one thing I was excited to talk about is ruined.
Okay. What were everyone's initial reactions to this movie? To be honest, when I first saw this movie, I cried in the beginning. I was like, what? Alex wasn't born in the zoo? He was kidnapped?
I think
That's,
in
like,
both contexts it
insane.
sucks.
I guess so, but it's just so much more sad. I'm like, oh my God.
I thought it would have been sadder if he was born in the zoo, because that would mean that his parents aren't there, which would make it darker, because that would mean that he never knew his parents. But even in this
Oh,
one, he does.
God.
Yeah. Then even in this one, he never knew his parents, but his parents are still alive.
Wow. You guys love pain. Damn.
I could get darker if you guys want me to.
No, Sergio, that's
Please
the
don't.
last. No, please. Sergio,
No.
you always
Sergio,
go some
no.
dark shit and it never helps anyone ever.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am dead serious.
Sergio, don't do
Anyway.
it. No.
Okay, I'll go then. I'll go since Sergio's going to make people want to snap their necks.
Damn, you got darker than I did.
No.
You just said people were gonna snap their neck.
You know, hell, I might snap my neck after all this.
Crazy.
What?
Later.
Oh.
Oh, why did you make that sound? Oh my
All right.
God. Okay.
I guess we could just go on with our thing then. All right. So
Yeah.
what did you already said your initial response, did you?
Me? Oh, yeah. I did not. So
You
I was
did not
talking-
cry during the opening of this movie?
no.
Or are you saying you didn't talk about your reaction?
I didn't talk about my opinion on the rest of the movie. I will just talk about the opening.
All right, talk about your.
I love this movie. I really liked it. I'm not sure if it's better than the first one for me. I think it's on par with the first one.
I like to move it, move it.
He likes to move it, move it.
She likes to move it, move it. We like to.
Did you guys listen to the music for the movie?
Not
Me?
religiously, no. Only when I watched the movie.
Yeah, me too.
Apparently, will.i.am did a couple of songs for the movie. Do you know will.i.am?
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
I did not know who will.i.am is until Rio.
Yeah, like he voiced Moto Moto. You know his
I
songs though,
didn't know
Sergio.
William was Moto Moto. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you know his songs, Sergio.
Yeah, I realized I know about him. I know about some of his songs.
Like he did a rendition of "I Like to Move It" for the soundtrack.
Okay,
Oh.
that is something I do have an opinion about. I like the first one from the first movie better.
Really?
Yeah. I used to watch this movie because I did like it better than the first one because it had a deeper and more touching story. But listening to the credits, I was like, I missed the first one. I just like it better than this one.
I feel like I like the music in the second one a lot more because not only
The music
yeah,
throughout all the
music's
movies, I
awesome.
feel like have been always good.
But the second one, it stands out a lot more for me. Sergio, your opinion on Madagascar 2?
I do like this one a little bit better than the first one. The first one's good for when you just want to watch a good movie and have a good laugh. This one feels like it has those elements. It feels like it's more trying to lead it more into a story that connects with you more.
Yeah, I feel like also it's very more gag heavy than the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like even the scene with them about to fall down in a plane and everyone confessing how they feel about each other. And it's like Alex telling Marty,
I broke your iPod. What? The buttons were so small. It made me mad. The horror. I'm sorry. I'm gonna kill you. It was accident.
and while they're about to fight, you hear Melman saying,
Get you do it. I love you, Gloria. I always have.
That is one thing I really love. Like Melman and Gloria's romance. I know everybody else probably thinks it's stupid, but I think they're a cute couple. I think it's cute.
also another thing that they talked about in this movie in the intro, which also makes it also really cool. They introduced something that we haven't seen in the first movie, but find a way to make it seem like they always liked each other. Yes, they retconned it, but I don't care. I thought it was actually really cool.
I don't like the looks of this guy.
Well, I think he's kind of cute.
I think he's kind of a show-off.
You think he's cute?
Start coughing like a little asthmatic kitty is, but you see what I mean? Like they don't
Yes.
mention the first
He's
movie
just
at
like
all.
you for real, Chance, and asthmatic.
No,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say he's an asthmatic, Sergio?
What do you define as an asthmatic?
someone who has
Someone who
asthma,
has
Sergio.
asthma.
Oh,
It's kind
Yeah,
of
aren't-
self-explanatory.
I mean, then isn't it obvious you are because you do have asthma?
Exactly, Sergio.
I love the character designs on like all the animals in this movie. I feel like they found a great blend of like I know we talked about the animation already in the first movie, but again, like every movie has better animation, and I want to bring a shout out to the character animation, like the character models, because they found a great medium between anthropomorphic animals, but also where they're able to act like they're actual animals, like move like them, which is a really thing, which is something you don't really see that often. It's more like either they're fully like more human than animal, or more animal than human. You don't usually have a in between like this. Like you see Melman walk around like a giraffe every once in a while, but then again, out of nowhere, he'll start walking on his hind legs. Or like, yeah. And also the fact that he always needs to bend his neck in crazy ways to be in eyesight with everyone else. I always think that was really funny to me. And like how his neck just basically.
It is funny. How Melman moves as a whole around his friends is hilarious.
His neck looks like he has no bones in it at all in certain scenes, or like just random bones in certain places. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, zebras' necks are really flexible, I assumed.
Actually, not that. Actually, they're not that flexible.
Yeah,
their bones
exactly.
are so huge.
What?
Their bones
lied to by this movie.
Yeah, the bones in their neck are so unbelievably huge that they are actually bigger than ours, but require a special.
Does that mean they can't bend their necks?
Not like the way you think.
Not the way I would think.
Like the point that got me laughing about it the most was when you see them in the crates in the first movie, because in the crates you see Melman is struggling to stay up the whole time because his neck's like always crooked in the box every time.
Because he can't even fit in there. It's too small. His neck's too big.
It's a transfer. It's a zoo transfer.
Zoo transfer? Oh, no. No, I can't be transferred. I have an appointment with Dr. Goldberg at 5.
Back to what we were referring to.
Do you guys have any favorite scenes?
I like the scene where Alex meet his like mom and dad, and he's like kind of freaked out because his mom's looking at the birthmark, and he's like, "No, it's Alex, like New York Knicks." And he's looking at us and it's like, guys, this is kind of weird.
Super. Look.
Oh, I've always had that. The vet checked it out. It's really, it's kind of a beauty spot, really.
A mark.
All right, this is a little weird.
I love that. I never noticed it when I was a kid, but the birthprint that they have on their hands, it's just Africa.
Of course.
I never realized that.
That's why he's king, Chance. He's the ultimate African.
What? See, I was gonna say he was the Lion King, but sure.
Exactly. He's the Lion King because he's the ultimate African.
Damn.
He's so African, he has the African birthmark.
Wait, where are they in Africa? I just thought about that.
The desolate part of Africa.
That's a lot of places in Africa. It's a continent.
I don't know.
They're on the wildlife preserve.
You know, I do want to mention, I remember when they announced that they're going to do Madagascar 2, I have a copy of, I think, B-movie, where they mentioned, it was Ben Stiller talking about saying, hey, we have this new movie coming out, Madagascar 2, and they had a different title for it. Do you guys remember? It was called, they're going to call it The Crate Escape.
That makes no sense.
The Crate Escape?
The Crate Escape, like a box crate.
That doesn't make sense for the second movie.
You don't remember this?
That would have made no sense.
Am I going? I'm not crazy. I remember seeing
crazy?
this.
No, he's not crazy. I'm pretty sure he's probably heard about that, like in a sneak peek or something, but we've never seen that.
It was in the opening to the DVD. I swear, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Okay, you're not crazy.
Yes,
We just don't know what you're talking about.
I'm showing you. Hold on.
That I'm back playing the voice of Alex the Lion in the incredible new film Madagascar, The Crate Escape. That's right, The Crate Escape, because everybody's in crates. There's an escape, there's crates, and they escape. And I don't give away anything by saying there's an escape. There are crates, there is an escape, but it's a crate movie.
See, are they fucking with us? Are they fucking with us?
He lied.
I don't remember him saying it so many times.
Yeah, there were 0 crates in that.
We were promised crates.
There was one with the baby cub in the beginning of the movie.
But he did not escape.
That doesn't count because that was the past crate. We're supposed to get current crates, future crates.
He might have been messing with us. I swear, I don't think he's messing with us, but he might have been, because the fact that he's saying the crate escape, get it? Because they're all in crates, because there's gonna be a lot more crates in this movie. Crate escape, get it? Like the Great Escape, like we get it.
maybe they were messing with us, or maybe that's what he was told was happening and he didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah. With the second
So,
movie.
how did you guys feel about Melman as a whole, his character arc throughout the movie? Because I think it's very interesting. Because he's been like in love with Gloria ever since they were kids, and then Gloria starts dating this guy Motomoto, and he's like trying to accept this, all while he kind of finds something he really likes to enjoy. Like he likes medicine, and then he becomes their witch doctor. Then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh no, you have brown spots," even though he's a flippin' giraffe. And now Melman thinks he has this disease and he believes he only has 24 hours to live. So he goes, confronts Motomoto, tells him how awesome Gloria is and that he loves Gloria, but, Gloria loves him and that he should take care of her, which I think was really mature for him. To be honest, rewatching this, because I haven't seen the movies in a while, I was like thinking about it and I was like, I think it's surprising that they went that route instead of like him just being a jealous jerk and saying, Motomoto, I don't like Motomoto, get out. Like, along those lines.
I feel like they made this subplot because of David Schwimmer and his role in Friends. Because this felt like this felt like a Ross and Rachel episode.
Really?
Yeah, Friends.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Actually, no, it'd be a lot more cringeworthy if it was Ross and Rachel, because he would have been like very jealous of Motomoto and make a big scene out of it, and then next Gloria would be like, leave me alone, I just want to have fun, and then they start arguing and then they get together and next they break up for a day and then they come back and like, how dare you have sex with another giraffe, and they're like, we were on a break.
Oh my gosh,
sorry, I went on a whole tangent there.
That would have been crazy, but I'm really glad they didn't go that route.
I watched too much Friends.
You love Friends.
I really do.
But yeah. And can we talk about how selfless Melman is also? Okay. And his love for Gloria. He loves Gloria so much. And of course his other friends too, but I feel like this was more focused to Gloria. So that they don't all die, he sacrifices himself. Even though King Julian literally said their chances were 50-50 of this sacrifice to the gods work, he chooses to be the sacrifice to the gods just so Gloria could have the chance of water. Like, I thought that was really sweet and beautiful. Dumb, but really sweet and beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Is there any other notes you guys have for Madagascar 2?
The monkeys and the penguins dynamic through this movie were really fucking funny. I love seeing the monkeys, even though, like, in the first movie, I feel like we only get to see the monkeys a few times, and we're not really, like, the monkeys are just there. And this one, I feel like the monkeys are more felt, and I enjoy their humor. Anyways, what do you think about the monkeys in this movie, Sergio?
I really like them. They didn't really do a whole lot, but I guess I kind of liked it because the little time they did have, you just showed them doing like either gags or just jokes. And the only time they actually got serious was when they went to that union scene, and when they were bringing all the other apes together to increase the workforce.
Yeah, that was awesome. Especially, I love the scene where the monkeys are all like holding hands and make like a rope to save Alex and his dad. That scene I think is just so awesome.
Yeah,
love that.
I think one of my favorite scenes, I have a few, but one of my favorite scenes is when Alex and the old lady get into a fight. They're just like, you just see Alex like take her off the cart, and he runs at her, waving his arms around.
Yes. He's like, I hate you. It's you from last time.
it just like, that just reminds me so much of like so many other beefs, and then they just stand there, start punching each other in the face, not moving.
Yes. Also, going back to the scene I previously talked about, the scene where all the monkeys like were made themselves into a rope, it really reminded me of Toy Story, because they did that in Toy Story with the red toy monkeys, like the barrel monkeys. Yeah. I believe I think it was the second movie?
Third.
Yeah, the third, okay.
Remember, because it was when they're in the incinerator.
Wait, that's not when they made a rope of monkeys?
Yeah.
No, they didn't make a rope of monkeys.
Like the barrel of monkeys was in the second movie, because how they were saved in the third movie in the incinerator was because of the aliens. Wait, no, and then they found like the claw, and they were like, the claw.
It was the third movie because It was at the beginning of the movie when they're on the train, wasn't it?
No.
No. That was
There
the
were
second.
barrel monkeys in the third movie. I know this for a fact.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but they didn't save them.
right? Like that was the aliens. The aliens saved them with the claw.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
Yes.
No,
Yes, that's how it happened.
no.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the point is, Madagascar 2 was really good. I enjoyed it. A fun time. All of the Madagascar movies are a fun time.